Bars, it's your boy Milkman, coming at you with a video that I actually not planned out, just had an idea of what I was going to talk about prior to starting the recording. So today, I think I'm going to time myself. I'm going to time myself for 15 minutes, okay? And then at the end of 15 minutes, I'll stop talking so you don't have to listen to me anymore. But we're going to talk about chasing your dreams, okay? I think it's something that is important as well as something that is not necessarily frowned upon, but is seen as like not the way to do things. I feel like a lot of people are always like, oh yeah, chase your dreams. Also, just ignore this, okay? It's just to keep my hair out of my eyes. But I feel like most people are kind of geared towards like living life somewhat in a mediocre fashion or like just in an average fashion because it's easier. I think it's like a lot easier for somebody to just spend their time working just like that, just in a normal environment where like they kind of live the same life without having to worry too terribly much and kind of just like forget about other stuff and like kind of just allow themselves to reach a spot in their lives that's just like normal. And I don't think that's not that that's bad. I think people give up on their dreams too easily or never start going after their dreams because of the like danger that comes with it. I think people are very, at least I don't know, I feel like my generation, our generation is probably different, but I feel like it's just probably people in every generation get comfortable with just being like okay and just like living life like very mediocrely, which is like fine. Like if you want to be average and like average is all you really like want to shoot for, like that's fine too. If your dream is just to kind of like have an average life or just like have an average lifestyle, I guess, then that's fine. Like I'm not gonna fault you for that or anything like that. But I think for people who have big dreams and have big hopes and stuff like that, I think they should be shooting for, you know, like bigger things. Like I think you can just have bigger hopes and bigger dreams and understand like you are like just like incredible. I feel like a lot of people get stuck in the like, what if I don't succeed? What if people don't like me? What if people don't care? What if people don't this, don't that? And in every single one of those, you can just change the sentence with like taking out the N apostrophe T and just think about the complete opposite. What if I do become successful? What if people do like my stuff? What if people do reach out? What if I do change people's lives? And I feel like that's like the goal of most things in life, is just to be able to live life without having to worry too terribly much about like, I think you should just chase your dreams. Like whether it makes your family mad, whether it makes your relationship rougher, if it makes your relationship with friends tougher, like I don't think it matters, because at the end of the day, like you should be chasing your dream, whatever that is. And I don't think it's anybody else's place to get mad at you for doing that. And if they do, like, again, that's fine. Just don't expect they shouldn't expect to be in your life too terribly much. If you're chasing a dream, chasing a bag, and they're gonna like not support you in that, I guess. Like I feel like everybody has their dreams and what they want to do, and I think it's dumb for other people to like tell them it's not possible, tell them it's not going to happen, tell them that it doesn't make any sense, whatever it is. Like people all the time are doing stuff that's like people never thought would happen. And I think a lot of stuff is just becoming comfortable with where you are and like understanding like, being like cautious, like being worried, which like you can be worried, like and I'm not going to say you chasing your dreams like easy. Like it's not an easy thing. It's not like people just get, if your dream is to be rich, like your dream, like it's not gonna be easy to get rich. Like no one said it was ever easy. I would say the best way to get rich doing something is just doing what you're passionate about, because at the end of the day, if you're passionate about it, like you can make no money, be doing it, and literally become the greatest at whatever it is. And at the end of the day, people are gonna like love you and understand you and love you for doing that, rather than just chasing money and like doing stuff that you're not a fan of in order just to earn money. And you won't like it. Like long term, yeah, it'll be nice. Short term to have like a 6-figure job that you're like, all right, this is lit. Like this is awesome. I can go do the X, Y, or Z all the time whenever I want because I have the money to do it. But I think you could do the exact same thing. But if you could chase your dream and do earn the same exact amount of money, but do it doing something you love instead. And yeah, maybe like I don't know, maybe you're just like there's a desk job that you like want to do. Maybe that's what you want to do, and like that's fine too. But at the end of the day, I think everybody has the possibility of just like being astounding. I think everybody's got a gift in some way, shape, or form that you just have to find and figure out what you're not going to do and like what you're not going to allow to change your mental situation, I guess. At the end of the day, like, you do have to have a different mindset than most people. Like, the majority of the world, I would say, does not chase their dream. I think the majority of the world gets just okay with what they're doing and just accepts what they're trying to do. And obviously, like, dreams change. Maybe you don't even have a dream. Maybe you don't have a dream. Maybe you're confused and don't understand why you feel the way you do. Maybe you're in a great spot and thriving and stuff like that, and like that's good too. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you're in between that somewhere, like not really understanding anything, and you're just like kind of chilling. And I think all of those are like fine places to be in. Like, I'm not saying life is easy. Life's not easy. Life's not a straight path. Like, it never is. I just think that you got to find something that you care about doing, and no matter what happens along the road of what you're doing that you're passionate about, like, you'll follow a dream that leads you to a whole lot more personal benefit than like monetary benefit or whatever it is. And once you have that personal benefit and you don't necessarily care what people think about you or anything like that, you can kind of do whatever, and people are gonna follow you and like want to be a part of it. I just think that you can chase a lifestyle you think that is impossible. I think you can chase a lifestyle that's way more interesting and involving to you, at least, and that's your dream. Like, and maybe that's not your dream. Maybe your dream is something else. I don't know. In my head, if you want to be a pro athlete, like, you can be a pro athlete. There's no reason for you to not be a pro athlete. The only thing that stops you is you when you look in the mirror and you're like, I just can't do it. Like, that's not true. Like, you could work your ass off to become a pro athlete, and you'd become a pro athlete. Like, that's just how it works. Ain't nobody, yeah, maybe some people get better genes or whatever it is, I don't, like, in whatever sport it is or anything like that, like, but you still can grind harder than the people with good genes, and you'll beat out the people who just don't work hard at all. The reason people are pros is because they're good at a sport, as well as they work their ass off all the time. People aren't just good at a sport and then boom, they're a pro. Like, that's not how it works. At least that's not how the greatest work. Like, if your dream is to be the greatest NFL player ever, it's not just talent that's gonna get you to that spot. No, it's gonna be years of hard work and like time and like effort and stuff. And yeah, maybe it doesn't work. Like, but at the end of the day, I think it would be better to try and fail and say you tried than just have never tried and just thought that just have never done it. Because then the opportunity just never presented itself. What if you had just tried when you were 18 years old? One time, if you wanted to become the greatest trumpet player ever, something like that, I have no idea. Anything. You want to be the greatest trumpet player, greatest basketball player, greatest NHL player, greatest football player, soccer player, whatever it is. What if you had just tried at 18 and it worked out? What if you just try at 20, at 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, all the way through your whole life? Why? I mean, I say you can't become a pro athlete at like, maybe, I have no idea, at like 60 or like when you get older, just because your body's tough to like deal with. But what if at one point you had just tried instead? Like, and what's the harm? Like, oh yeah, you fail, like, okay, like, grand scheme of things, it's not too terrible. Like, you'll get back up. Like, there's no reason to, like, yeah, maybe you completely oof it the first time and you're like, holy shit, why did I ever even decide to do this? But you tried it at least, and you like decided in your own head on your own terms to try it and decided that you wanted to do that. It didn't take someone else telling you to do it. You didn't need validation from someone else. You did it because you wanted to. And yeah, maybe it's embarrassing, maybe it's a bad experience, but there's no reason to think like failing or having a bad experience is like overall bad. I'm guessing, I don't know what the stat is. Michael Jordan didn't make every game-winning shot that he ever shot. LeBron hasn't made every game-winning shot that he has had to shoot. Like, it's not like, but you don't see them then wallow in it. You see them go and work out in the gym. I think it was they had just lost, I think it was last year, had just lost the playoff series and was in the gym like 30 minutes later, like working out. And it was like that, and they asked him why he was doing it, and he said, there's no reason, like, I'm just gonna get better so that the next time that the opportunity presents itself, I'm ready to like take advantage of that opportunity and actually excel at what I'm doing. I don't need to pretend like I didn't mess up. Like, yeah, I missed the shot, whatever it is, missed the shot, didn't catch the ball, didn't run hard enough. Like, it could be any of those things. It could be I didn't practice enough, I didn't study enough, I didn't like if you want, like you can apply it to school. Like if you want to be a doctor, surgeon, cardiologist, like urinologist, child pediatrician, dentist, like any of those things. If you just put your mind down to it and are like, this is my goal in life, this is what I want to become, this is my dream, then you can get it. Like there is nothing stopping you other than yourself. And you see people trying to like build their craft all the time. Obviously, I mean, I don't know. My dream would be to be able to have a YouTube channel that is like, I would say, well known, or like just like people know about my YouTube channel, and like I'm just like a known YouTuber that can also use my platform to like bring happiness to people when they don't like see it or when they don't think that it's around. I want to be like a beacon of like hope and stuff like that for people who are just struggling with that kind of stuff. I also want to play games and become like really good at games, or like compete in tournaments and stuff like that, because that would be awesome. To me, at least, that would be my dream come true, to win a tournament and do stuff like that. Like that would be awesome. But maybe that's just, I mean, obviously right now that's not the case. I'm not good enough at games like that, but I'm going to put in time and effort into getting better at video games, getting better at editing, getting better at different things in order to like pursue this dream of mine. And I think if I just hadn't started, I built this PC in last summer, all of last summer basically. I spent ridiculous amount of times working, and then I spent all my money on building a PC and buying hockey gear so I could finally play hockey. And I was doing both of those, and then, or I guess I was doing hockey and stuff until everything happened. But I then decided, like, yeah, I'm gonna follow through. I built the PC purposefully to stream, and I just hadn't used it to do that yet. It was sitting in my house not doing anything, and I was just like, all right, I put all this money and effort, and my dad helped me put money and effort into it, and I'm just not using it anymore. Like, what is the point of me doing this if I'm just not gonna do anything with it? So then I was like, yeah, I'm tired of pushing it off. Like, no, my dream is to become a YouTuber and be a known YouTuber, streamer, whatever you want to call me. And the only thing that's going to start that is if I start. Like, if I had just decided, yeah, you know, I think I'm good, I would have, like, I would have never gotten to 100 subs. I would have never gotten anywhere with the channel, because it just would have sat here with nothing there. But no, I decided to do it. And yeah, maybe it's not growing at the pace like I had hoped. I don't know. I don't know. I would rather just like every video, like I just want to be able to reach as many people as possible. But obviously that's like not the case. That's why I'm still grinding. That's why I still stay up till 3-4 in the morning editing after I finish a stream at midnight and decide to keep going. Like, there's no reason to just give up on anything just because it's not working out. Did not anymore just decided to stop and not do anything anymore. There's a lot. Every person who is successful has failed. I would be very hard pressed to say, I would be very hard to convince me that that's not true. Anybody who's like ridiculously rich or who followed through on their dreams and started something that they actually thought they could do has gone through some issues and like had a failure once or twice. Like I said, plenty of pro athletes have had plenty of failures, but they just decided to use them as a building block rather than a step backwards. I don't know. I was trying to think a stepping block or I don't know, anything that goes backwards, or like a rewind button. They don't go back and look at. They go back and look at it once or twice and then understand what they need to fix. But that's all they do. They don't sit there, oh dang, I wish I could have. Like, yeah, you wish you could have done something, but at the end of the day, sitting there and like wondering and like being upset about it literally does absolutely nothing, because you're just gonna sit there and wallow about it and try and figure it out the whole time. No matter what situation you're in, I think you can put your mind to it and do whatever you can, and do whatever you want, no matter your situation ever. And I know that might be something that, I don't know, not necessarily like bad to say. I just think like literally there are people in the world that have come from literally nothing and become pro athletes because they put in massive amounts of effort and work into whatever sport they were playing, and then were finally rewarded with it like 15, like I don't know, maybe 10 years after. If someone started playing football at 10 years old, then at 20 apply for the draft like the junior year of college, so maybe 11 years, like it's even longer, 11 years of working from 10 to 21, their whole purpose from when they were 10 to 21, which like obviously I'm just like coming up with a number, or an age, but if they were working for 11 years, it paid off after 11 years. It didn't pay off after 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it paid off in the first 10 or maybe 13 when you're going for, or would I say 10? Yeah, so 8 years, and then you get a scholarship to a college or something like that, and that's like the first payoff. But then you have another 4 years for a lot of athletes until it pays off again. But you never see any of those people like upset about it or anything. Oh, I finished on my 15 minutes, but you never see those people being upset or anything like that. You never are like, oh yeah, they're never like, oh yeah, it took me 11 years to get here. No, they're like, yeah, I worked my ass off for X amount of time and it finally paid off, and I'm actually getting to do what I wanted to do when I was chasing my dreams so long ago. I think that's all I really have on it. Like I said, just ignore the bun. But yeah, it's your boy Milkman. Stay safe, stay happy, stay loving. Make sure you guys are doing all you can to, better your lives and the people around you, because I think that's pretty important right now. But yeah, spread the love, spread the joy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.